Very highly anticipated matchup coming up here with former USBA champ Mike Hunter, looking to get that heavyweight title shot that has seemed to have eluded him, and he's taking on Will Hinton, who'd like to derail that and get his own shot.
Certainly, the bounty hunter is at another crossroads in his career, and boy, Arnie, he's been at so many before. He's fought a lot of the top fighters in the past: Dwight Plowee, Pinklin Thomas, Tyrell Biggs, Buster Mathis, Oliver McCall, certainly guys who have names in the heavyweight division. Also, for a long time, served as one of Mike Tyson's chief sparring partners in the late 1980s, along with Oliver McCall, who has one of the belts now.
All right, and certainly been impressive. And we're going to go up for our introductions with our ring announcer, Danny Valdivia.
Cedric Kushner Promotions, the Aladdin Hotel and Casino, and Corona Extra, la cerveza más fina en todo el mundo, present the Heavyweight Explosion main event. Heavyweights, 10 rounds. Judging at ringside, Dave Moretti, Carol Castellano, and Al Lefkowitz. Our third man in the ring, Joe Cortez. In the blue corner to my left, he's wearing blue and white trunks at 218.5 pounds, fighting out of Aurora, Colorado. His record, 13 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 6 wins by knockout, Will Hinton. And in the red corner, he's wearing hunter green trunks at 207 pounds from Greenville, South Carolina, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. His professional record, 24 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws, 8 wins by knockout, Mike the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, tail of the tape here today. Mike Hunter certainly needs this today. Coming in at 35 years of age, he doesn't have much more time, John. He's got an inch height advantage over Will Hinton. Hunter came in at a very trim 207 pounds, and he's got a 1-inch reach advantage. And we're in Nevada rules today. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. There's no standing 8 count. The 10-point must system, of course, for scoring. Only the referee can stop the fight, and you can only be saved by the bell in the last round, which in this case will be the 10th and final. Referee Joe Cortez calls the fighters in. First round, we're scheduled for 10. These are heavyweights.
The most telling thing for Will Hinton, I think, in this fight on the tail of the tape was the experience advantage for the bounty hunter. He's been fighting 10 years. Will Hinton's only been put on his first pair of boxing gloves in 1992. So a significant experience advantage there to Hunter.
Hinton, one of those fighters that you wonder if he had put him on perhaps in 1988, what sort of a difference it might have made in where his career is at the moment. Hunter, of course, in the green shorts. It's Will Hinton, white shorts with the blue stripe. Hinton looked very good in his last fight, a 10-round draw against Ahmad Abdin we had here on the Explosion when we were up in Boston. Mike the Bounty Hunter actually coming off a loss. He was down in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Lost to Aurelio Perez. Apparently, he knocked Perez out. They say it was a 15-second count. He got jobbed down there. He did show up, though, at 232 pounds in Brazil. And, of course, today coming in at a very svelte 207 pounds. Looks to be in very good shape. Former USBA heavyweight champion. Has had his ups and downs professionally. Some bouts with drugs. Testing positive shortly after his win over Buster Mathis Jr. Of course, you saw that fight on Explosion as well. Had some knee surgery. You see he's very heavily bandaged and braced up on the knees, John.
Mike does not have the best of knees. They're talking about his problems. He also had a 7-year stint in a South Carolina prison. So Mike has lost a lot of years off a potential career, but he's trying to make a go of it here at age 35. Now, Will Hinton had 2 surprising upsets. Most people thought surprising early in his career. Beat John Bray, a heralded amateur fighter who had over 200 amateur fights. Beat him twice. In fact, knocking him down in the second fight. Will Hinton was playing semi-pro football in Colorado Springs when he decided he wanted to become a professional boxer late in 1991. Says he got his start back in Baltimore watching Muhammad Ali. His mother used to go nuts on TV watching Muhammad Ali, but he never told his mother that his secret dream was to be a fighter, and he's down, Arnie.
4, 5, 6.
He's looking right in Joe Cortez's eyes. seems to be getting it together. We're going to see how seriously hurt he is, though, right now. He's keeping those arms down at his side. I'm not so sure. Oh, he brings them up at the last second. He should be holding on here. Mike Bounty Hunter, good finisher.
You're right. He's making a mistake by not grabbing on. If he has
10 seconds to go, though, in round number 1. He's looking someplace. He's like as if he's looking for his corner for some help, looking for some sort of instruction, and he's going to make it through the first round.
Snap out of it. Come on, snap out of it. I'm out. Okay? Sure, get in. Give me some more.
How you doing?
Okay. Go ahead.
Where are you right now? Can you tell me where you are? Will,
And here you hear the doctor asking,
Hey, my hand, baby.
Will Hinton, where are you?
okay?
And are you okay?
Okay, we don't want you to take unnecessary punishment. I'm here to protect you, buddy, all right?
Are you okay, though? You want to continue, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're in the corner here, John and Will Hinton. We saw the doctor coming in there. Where are you? What's going on? You want to continue? Everything was yes, yes, yes. But he didn't seem to show a lot of experience when he got hurt. And we're going to take a look here at the shot that put him down. First round action. Bounty Hunter, good left uppercut. Came in underneath.
Let's see if Mike Hunter can finish him off, and if Will Hinton has some stability in those legs.
And we're round number 2. We're scheduled for 10 here on Heavyweight Explosion. That's Mike Hunter in the green shorts. That's Hinton.
Hinton looks like he's recovered sufficiently.
Well, he's in the white with the blue stripe. I'm not so sure.
I think he's got his, whether or not he lasts this round either is another question, but I think he's got his legs back under him. He knows where he is. I'm not so sure that was the case about 2 minutes ago.
Well, Hinton's been stopped twice in his career, once by Larry Donald back in May of '93, a 4-round knockout, and by Zelko Marovic, who we're going to see on Explosion here on June 17th, and that was February 5th in '94. He's been stopped twice. Mike Hunter, never been stopped in his career.
Now, Mike paused with that jab. Instead of like throwing a stiff jab and doubling up with it, he paused with it because he's trying to set up that right hand. But I'd like to just see him throw a nice jab down the middle. And there, Hinton missed with the left hook, but he was too far over for Hunter to make him pay for it.
Come on, you can work out of there. Come on, you can work out. Put the hands up, Mike. Come on. Bring that clean. Bring that clean. Let's go.
This will be a learning experience for Will Hinton, believe me.
I'm not so sure it's an experience that he wanted to have, though. Right now, a loss to Mike Hunter might say that there's a ceiling on where his career is going. Just as far up as he can go.
See, Hinton's becoming a little bit intimidated here. He should be punching instead of taking this abuse he's taking right now. I mean, he's got to punch back and he's got to initiate the action.
Well, I'm not sure he's got his legs back, because I've seen Will Hinton go on a bicycle when he needs to. He got rocked by Abdeen in his last fight, and I've seen him be able to get out there, stick and move, and make...
Well,
he just caught a good left hand on Hunter's face, though. Hunter came in wide open, John.
The bounty hunter came in 3 times foolishly, exposing his chin, not punching, and Will Hinton wants to make a fight of this, Arnie.
Get him out, come on, get him out. You can
Will
punch
Hinton
out
not necessarily known no first punching power. He's only got 6 knockouts in his 13 wins. Again, bounty hunter in 31 professional fights, never been stopped.
But Hunter really getting careless there with his offense. And he should know better than that, but he's playing this guy cheap right now, which is something he shouldn't be doing.
Hey! Scheduled for 10, and a lot of punches being thrown right now for heavyweights as well, John. I always like to keep an eye on the fatigue factor. We're going to possibly have a scheduled 10-rounder here, but right now there was a knockdown in the first round. Will Hinton catching a beautifully timed left uppercut from Mike Bounty Hunter, getting saved more or less by the bell.
Like a lot of fighters, Mike Hunter's ambidextrous. He writes with his left hand, but boxes from the orthodox stance.
We come under 10 seconds in round number 2. We're here on Heavyweight Explosion, Cedric Kushner Sports Network.
We're hitting us on the back, yeah?
Don't push it, man. You understand? You box, you beat it down, you box, you gas, you slip, you understand me? You throw the right hand body. When the body stops in, don't when you get in, don't hold your hands up. You get ready to punch. As soon as you get in, you punch to the body. Come here, right here. You understand? You get out, you jab, you box, you be slick. You be smart. freeze. He wants the war. That's what he wants. That's the only way he can get to the war.
In between rounds, they were taking a look at Mike Bounty Hunter's corner. They're saying, get smart, get slick, jab, move. Show him some movement. That's the kind of movement that gave him that knockdown down in the first round.
Certainly, Ernie, that's Bounty Hunter's forte is to box. And there he threw a foolish uppercut from the outside and paid for it.
Trying to duplicate what he had done earlier with the uppercut. It was that same left uppercut, but in a lot closer and a lot more condensed. It dropped Will Hinton. And we're in round number 3 right now. If you're just joining us, we're scheduled for 10. That's Bounty Hunter in the green shorts. He dropped Hinton in the first round. Hinton in the white shorts with the blue stripe.
He wants to turn this into an alley war, and Hinton knows that's probably his best chance to win the fight because he's not going to outbox a more experienced fighter like Mike Hunter. I mean, Hunter may be drawn into a fight. He doesn't really want to fight here.
Break out. Come on, I don't want you holding, guys. You guys are holding too much, man. No need for holding. Let's go.
Neither fighter really known for their knockout power.
Hinton just sassed Joe Cortez, and Cortez wanted no part of it, stopped the action, and told him, hey, knock it off.
Let him out, Mike. Come on, get those arms out of there.
Good body working close there now by Hinton.
All right, break out clean, break out. Stay back.
Referee Joe Cortez breaking the fighter, starting to get his work cut out for him here a little bit.
Here's where Hinton should be jabbing. He should be jabbing. Instead, it looks like he's looking like he wants to load up with the right hand.
Well, I think he's a little gun shy on the jab, though, too, because he has a tendency, he's done this in other fights, of dropping his right a little when he throws that jab, and that's what allowed Hunter to come underneath with that left uppercut.
Exactly. Punch out of there. Come on, punch out. Come on, Mike. Get those arms out of there. All right, break out clean, break out.
Joe Cortez trying to get them to fight out of it, but they're not breaking out. He's a little busier this round than he's been, as we're halfway gone in round number 3.
Come on, get those arms out of there.
I'm Artie Rosenthal along with John Saraceno. Hope you're enjoying us here on Heavyweight Explosion on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network.
You know, if Bounty Hunter would make a little quick move to his left and drop the left hook in, he could catch Hinton coming in.
He just caught him with that left uppercut again, not quite as clean as he did in the first round.
Right there, he had a chance to counter with the right hand, didn't take advantage of it. Sometimes that's a function of age and reflexes, too. You know, the brain tells you what to do, but the body won't cooperate. Again, right there, Hinton missing wildly with the left hook and leaving himself open.
In spite of what goes on in the heavyweight division, you have to think that Bounty Hunter at 35 years of age has to get that shot at a title sooner than later.
His days are certainly numbered.
Get him out, come on, work out there. Let him out, man. Don't be holding.
Good left by Hinton.
Get him out. Don't be holding, man.
20 seconds to go, round number 3.
Hinton's a tough cat.
Much better round for Hinton.
Don't be holding now.
Bounty Hunter letting him back in the fight, too, John. As we come to the close of round number 3, this is Heavyweight Explosion.
All right, stop. Oh. Break out. Get back.
That's good work. You got that best one?
When you get in close like that, I want you to go hook the body, get in close, come back with that left hook. Okay, go to the body, come back with the left hook. But stay in close. Stay in close. Just move in, big behind the jab. Throw the jab at the chest. You can't hit his head. He's moving the head around like that. You can't move his chest. Okay? Throw it at his chest like that, come in behind that jab.
That was good work.
Yeah, that was a good round.
That inside work was good. That was pretty good.
You know, John, it was a very good finish to the round by him. Starting to land that left hook with some consistency.
Win the rounds. One round after the next now.
He's
really gotten Hunter to fight his fight here last round and a half or so.
And Hunter, of course, having the only knockdown in the fight in the first round, in my opinion, is letting Hinton back in the fight. And I gave the third round to Will Hinton.
Definitely. Clear-cut round for Hinton, who was a middle linebacker when he played football. And he has the same kind of mentality. And there again, the left hook, catching Bounty Hunter.
Bounty either better show some movement or move that right hand up. He's keeping the right hand down around his waist. And Hinton's really found the formula here.
You know,
Again, lands 2 left hooks unanswered there.
Break out.
Will Hinton won his first 5 professional fights, then fought Larry Donald, of course, with a very extensive amateur background, and Donald stopped him in 4. And he said he learned a lesson in that fight, that it wasn't all brute strength, that you had to have skill, timing, you had to prepare yourself before a fight, and not simply rely upon a punch to get a guy out of there.
Let him go clean.
I mean, the knockouts are kind of like hitting home runs. If you look to do it, that's probably not when it's going to happen.
All right, break out, man. Let's go.
Bounty Hunter not showing a lot of the movement, which allowed him to get in that very crisp left uppercut that dropped Hinton in the first round. Hinton even starting to feel a little bit more confident now, starting to use the jab a little bit again.
Chopping right hand
Right
by Hunter.
And that hurt Hinton.
And he's wobbly.
It's that overhand right on the top of the head. It's that temple shot.
Hunter going in for the kill now, Arnie.
And sometimes you get hit on that temple. It looks like a glancing blow, and he's really got no legs under him right now. If he learned anything from the first round, though, he learned how to hold on.
Well, this would be a good time to revisit that. He's really exposing.
Oh, he just made a wide open right hand.
As exposing himself with his head totally. He should just grab him because he's on a very unsteady leg.
More than a minute to go here in round number 4 as well. Plenty of time for Bounty Hunter to do some work, and he needs to make a little bit more motion here himself, take a step backwards, not get pinned in here. But
this is time for Hunter to close down the show. He should get him right here.
Get him out of there, man.
And I think he let Hinton off the hook. Hinton seemed to have cleared up a little bit.
Let him go, man.
Also, he may have punched himself out a little bit, too.
Well, we said earlier, a lot of punches being thrown here for heavyweights in a very short period of time. Very exciting fight.
Good left hook to the liver.
Get him out of there. Get him out.
30 seconds to go here in round number 4. Will Hinton trying to weather the storm. He took a right hand to the temple, took his legs away, took a liver shot.
Get the hand out. Get him out.
Just trying to survive this round.
That's exactly what it's doing right now. Just a matter of survival for Will Hinton. Can he get through the final 12 seconds?
Let him out. All right, let him out clean.
Very tough 4th round for Mr. Will Hinton. Bounty Hunter caught him on the top of the head. You know, John, there's that soft spot that they talk about. I've often heard Bobby Ches mention it. It's that temple shot. It looks like it's not a typical knockout type of punch, but you hit him just in exactly the right spot, and his legs went. He had enough savvy to be holding on for dear life. The Tommy Hearn syndrome that you mentioned earlier in the fight. Mr. Bounty Hunter, had his own problems because he might be a little punched out at this point. Both guys are throwing a lot of punches for heavyweights.
Well, certainly that's the kind of round that Bounty wanted to have because he had kind of got himself out of his game plan there the last couple of rounds.
Hey, and heavyweight explosion today being brought to you by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina.
All right, come on. Be slick. Every round. You take what's on.
5th round, schedule 10. It's Mike Bounty Hunter in the green. Will Hinton, white shorts with the blue stripe. There's been one knockdown thus far in the fight. Hunter put down Hinton with a crisp left uppercut near the end of the round. Number 1, he certainly, John, had Hinton hurt very badly in round number 4, though.
Will Hinton is nothing if not tough, Arnie. He really is. He's taken a lot of punishment in this fight and has managed to hang in there, and the fight is, not... He could still win it. I mean, it's not like it's beyond his reach at this point.
No, thus far I've only given him the 3rd round. But he came back. He was behind on points in the Abdeen fight, came back for a 10-round draw, the only time that he's been 10 rounds. Bounty Hunter, though, has been 12-10 numerous times in a low blow by Hinton.
They had kind of banged bodies immediately before that. Their heads didn't clash, but they kind of collided. And Mike Hunter, of course...
Oh, he felt that one, too.
Yep.
You can see the look on his face. He's not looking for just a rest period here. He really felt that.
Joe Cortez warning Will Hinton in the neutral corner. Watch the low blows.
Time in. Keep him up.
We resume action here on Heavyweight Explosion in round number 5. Quite a low blow delivered by Will Hinton to Mike Hunter. And Hinton seems to have cleared up his head, if nothing else so far in this round, John. Shot on the temple. Had him on the proverbial queer street for what seemed like about 90 seconds of round number 4.
Hinton just got warned by Cortez for leading with his head. He thinks he's got his old helmet on or something.
Maybe he hasn't cleared up from the 4th round.
Oh, that shot right on the hip there, and that'll slow down a fighter. Mike Hunter, knowing all the tricks of the trade, has been in with a lot of different fighters. Won a disputed 10-round decision against Alexander Zolkin in December of 1994. John Johnson, who used to manage Buster Douglas, thought that Zolkin won the bout.
Zolkin did reverse it, of course, though, back in December 94, winning a 10-round decision in the rematch. And the elusive Keith McMurray shows up once again on a fighter's record, went 10 rounds with Mike Hunter.
He's a popular guy, isn't he?
Again, tells you, though, about the punching power, though, of Hunter. Only 8 KOs in a 31-fight career out of 24 wins, only 8 knockouts.
Well, you know Hinton's got to be in terrific shape to take the punishment he's taking. As much as he's even holding on, just to stand there and hold the guy. Now he's trying to claim the Joe. I'm not holding.
We're coming to the end of round number 5. We're here on Heavyweight Explosion on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network.
Throw those shots inside. That's a good round, okay? That's a good round. You got to throw those shots inside.
This is Jackie, our ring guard.
Don't try to hit this guy.
If you'd like to see more of Jackie Raquel, stop by the
You hit
Olympic
him with a good
Club.
body shot, go up to the head. Every time you throw that hook, you miss it. He's moving his head too damn much. It's tough to hit, okay?
Trying to wait when you're fighting too. You understand, Sammy? You know, you want to throw those shots down to Sammy. So you got to get in there and be open. Don't be extra, relax.
Well, Will Hinton needed to slow down Mike Hunter in that round, and he did it by going south of the border, John. We take a look at action here from round number 5.
There was a clash of the bodies and a sweeping left hand right across the cup of Bounty Hunter.
Ooh,
Could feel it down here ringside, so to speak.
He's only going to give you one.
round number 6. These are heavyweights scheduled for 10. That's Mike Bounty Hunter in the green shorts. And he just took another low blow.
Another one,
Same
Arnie.
spot, and Joe's taking away a point this time.
He's got to.
Low blow.
Good call by Joe Cortez. Sometimes you see referees continually warning fighters about various infractions over and over again. Joe Cortez had warned him at least 4 times.
In watching how he did that, I think his problem is he was told by his corner to throw lefts to the body and then follow up with that left hook to the head. That's been good. He just doesn't have a very good left hook to the body. It's sort of a lazy one, and he threw it as he tried to duplicate the same thing now.
And he caught Hinton coming in with a lead right hand, but Bounty's legs seem to be a little bit unsteady too. He loses his balance.
Well, it's those knees. We were over in China for the Brawl at the Wall. He was supposed to fight Kevin Ford, and 3 days before the fight in Beijing, he ripped the knee open, had to be taken home, carried to the airport on a stretcher or a wheelchair. Wouldn't have them operated over in Beijing. Was out of action for quite a while after that.
Don't be holding.
Like all fighters, Will Hinton's goal is to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. And he realizes the odds of that are probably very slim. He told me yesterday it's kind of like hitting the lotto. He'd have to be very lucky. But he's hoping that come into somebody's backyard and pull off a few upsets, get noticed, and get a shot somewhere down the road. But he's got to get past Mike Hunter here.
Well, Hunter's been within 1 fight of getting a heavyweight title shot since way back as far as 1990.
Yeah.
He's beaten names. Listen to some of these: Dwight Cowie, Pinklin Thomas, Jimmy Thunder, Tyrell Biggs. You mentioned Zolkin earlier. These are all wins, not just opponents. Of course, the no decision, he beat Buster Mathis when he was USBA champ, and of course tested positive shortly after the fight, declared a no decision. Beat Buster here on Heavyweight Explosion. In that fight, Hinton snuck another right in there, though, getting another warning by Cortez. Cortez are pulling on him, John. Joe is a no-nonsense referee. He'll disqualify him.
All business.
We've got about a minute to go here in round number 6. I'm Arnie Tokyo Rosenthal along with John Saraceno, and it's been a great one here thus far. Only knocked down in the fight coming in the first round. Crisp left uppercut. Dropped Will Hinton.
Hinton likes to throw the left hook, but he's got to learn to shorten it up a little bit, make it more compact, and throw with better leverage. You know, Bonnie, he just threw a body shot there, and he'd be well advised if he threw more of those, get Hinton to drop those hands a little bit more and then come over the top. And you see Hinton noticeably slowing up with his reflexes. That's a function of fatigue and getting smacked around the ring.
20 seconds to go in round number 6. Bounty Hunter walked into a stiff left jab. We're coming to the end of round number 6. We're scheduled for 10. A lot of punches been thrown thus far.
Jab, Bounty. See how you hit him in the body that time? See how you hit him in the body that time? See how you hit him in the body that time? You go all across the ring? That's a shot that you can't just telegraph. You understand what I'm saying?
Low blow first?
Down it. You can't telegraph the body shot.
Come on, let me use
that body shot in.
Rinse.
But look.
Rinse.
But look. You got to stay outside and jab, and point up with the jab. Then you stick the shit in. Understand what I'm saying?
And we're back on Heavyweight Explosion, and we're brought to you today by Metrics Engineered Foods, America's hottest new nutrition product. Nutrient-dense, low-fat Metrics food has evolved. And Bounty Hunter could probably use some Metrics right now after tasting that low blow, John. Round number 6. Referee Joe Cortez took away a point for that one.
As well he should have. And Hunter's corner advising him between rounds, don't telegraph your body shots with the sweeping motion.
Round number 7 here. We're scheduled for 8. That's Will Hinton in the white shorts with the blue stripe. He was down in the first round. Bounty Hunter in the green.
Tell you what, he just got Bonnie with the old-fashioned 1-2. Bounty has a tendency to get careless in there. I mean, he knows he's winning the fight. He feels this guy's not in his class. But there are moments in the fight when he just loses his concentration.
And that's almost a career remark about him. There's been moments in his career where he's lost his concentration. As we said, as far back as 1990, he was one fight away from a world title shot, and here we are halfway through 1995, and he's still looking for that world title shot. He's 35 years of age. Had to give away his USBA title because he tested positive. Always been a very cagey fighter. It's been hard for him to get fights, quite frankly, as well. A lot of people don't want to fight him. Very unorthodox.
He's an awkward guy to fight. He really is.
Awkward in the classic sense.
Now there he did a good move there by ducking the shot from Hinton, and he tried to follow up with a counter. Kind of grazed off Hinton's head.
Nevertheless, Hunter building up a nice lead. Unofficially, I've got the fight 58-54. 10-8 round in the first for the knockdown, and a 10-8 in the sixth because referee Joe Cortez took away a point for that low blow, which was the second major low blow in the fight.
Hunter trying to make Hinton pay when he misses with those wild roundhouse punches, but having a hard time connecting with the counters at various junctures of the fight.
Hinton been stopped twice in his career, once by Zelko Marovic, once by Larry Donald. And even though not known for his punching power, certainly known for taking a good punch, Mike Hunter's never been stopped in his 31-fight career. Hinton getting this shot with the more experienced Hunter after a good 10-round draw against Ahmad Abdin here on Heavyweight Explosion. Of course, the upset on a 4-round fight, if you can call a 4-rounder an upset, over Derek Roddy, who was highly touted, John, as well. And Hinton winning a 4-round decision back in February over Derek Roddy.
Will Hinton is begging to get hit with a counter right hand. And it's going to happen.
Just ate a pretty good right there.
Let him go clean. Let him go clean. Let him go. Now let's do it again outside. Outside.
10 seconds to go, round number 7. We're in Las Vegas at the Aladdin Hotel on Heavyweight Explosion on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network.
You got to go to the body on this guy. You can't hit him on the head. You're missing too many shots today. Okay? Work that body with both hands. Put them together. Come on, make it a fight. Make it a fight. Get in there, push, punch, everything. Okay? Okay?
Listening to
both
him, Will?
hands to the body. Both hands to the body. Now you know what you're going to do? This round you're going to go out and throw both hands to the body.
You got 9 minutes, Will.
Okay?
You got 9 minutes to steal it.
3 rounds left.
What's he telling
You
you?
got to go. You got to go. You got to push. Okay?
What's he telling you?
This is
What's
what
he
this
telling you?
boxing is all about.
All right,
Body,
right
body,
here. Hit him
body.
right here. Are you going to listen to it?
Let's go.
Are you going to listen to it?
We're going to take these 3 rounds and we're going to fight. Okay?
Well, Tom Quinn telling him he's got to do body work, John. They're really saying you got to steal this. The way you're going to steal it. You only got 9 minutes to steal it. 3 rounds left to go here.
You understand? Let's go.
Hunter's pretty adept at slipping punches and catching punches with his gloves and his arms. And one thing that doesn't move is the body. The head may rock and be able to move out of the way of punches, but certainly that's something Will Hinton's got to learn. Break down the body first.
Well, he didn't start off on the right track today. Of course, he got dropped in the first round, the only knockdown in the fight. And then he was really hurt in the 4th round. Got that shot to the temple. He just delivered a pretty nice uppercut in close, though. He needs to be busier when he's on the inside. Work that body. That was a good uppercut. Where's that been all fight?
I'll tell you, though, when you think of it, you got to hand it to Will Hinton. Again, a guy who didn't put on gloves until he was 25. And that was...
he lived in a warm climate.
Not even... not those kind of mittens.
Oh.
And that was 3 years ago, and he's fighting a guy who's been around for 10 years. So, I mean, for him to be hanging in as well as he is certainly a credit to at least his athleticism and his courage and his stamina. He tried to catch Hunter coming in there with the right hand. He just doesn't have a lot of snap left on his punches. He looks arm weary to me, Arnie. Doesn't have a lot to offer up. And he looks leg weary, too.
And he's going to need something because unofficially right now at the end of 7, I've got Hunter up 68-63. And we're halfway gone here in round number 8. This is scheduled for 10.
And he's way behind.
If you're just joining us in Heavyweight Explosion, earlier today, James Gaines remained undefeated, going to 11-0, stopping Martin Foster in 5. Look, let me ask you something else here. John, how do you see Bounty Hunter if he gets a title shot? If you had a hand pick, which champion he would go after based on his style? And he throws another low blow by Hinton there. I'm not sure if Cortez saw it from the other side, and he did because he's saying something to him. He says, keep it up. Who would you say he's got the best shot with in the present 4 heavyweight champions, if you will?
Well, George Foreman has always had a difficult time with guys who box and move. Now, if he wouldn't stand inside like he's done at some points in this fight, that would probably be his easiest fight. And I'm not saying it would be an easy fight. Bruce Seldon has been an up-and-down fighter throughout his career, and his chin is very suspect. So, again, I think that's a close second, if not first. And then you got Oliver McCall, who he's intimately familiar with. They were in Mike Tyson's training camp for a long time as fellow sparring partners for the former heavyweight champion. Oliver, I think, would be the worst choice out of the 3.
Interesting that you would say that. Because probably from a punching power, he might have the least punching power. I would have seen Foreman possibly knocking out Bounty Hunter here today as we come to the end of round number 8. We're scheduled for 10 here on Heavyweight Explosion.
Right under his chin. The bucket's right under your chin, Bounty.
Look, sit down. You got 2 more rounds to fight. Got 2 more rounds to fight. This is a nice
6 minutes, that's all.
That's what I put it. I start putting the punches together. You can't you got to make sure each punch lands. You got to hit together. You got to put each punch together. together, and you got to put them together. You got to go 2-3 punches at a time, all right? Body, head, body. You don't go into the body enough.
Time's running out for Will Hinton.
You got to stop going in with you, try to fight inside.
He's got to have a knockout to win this fight based on our unofficial, very unofficial
I've got it
scorecard.
78-72 for Hunter. They're telling him go to the body, then come upstairs. Possibly easier said than done.
Let
him get courage. Don't let him go through the big spell last.
Round number 9. Been one knockdown thus far in the fight. They're coming way back in the first round. I have a feeling, though, Will Hinton still remembers it, John. It was a short, crisp left uppercut near the end of round number 1. Oh, and a big headbutt right into the chin of Bounty Hunter, and Hinton getting very sloppy, and I think that comes from fatigue.
Definitely, Arnie.
I was at a fight recently in Detroit where one of Jackie Callan's fighters got knocked out by a headbutt like that, and the referee didn't see it. The fighter was counted out.
Thought it was a punch?
Thought it was a punch. He was at the wrong angle. Dale Grable was the referee.
Will Hinton smiling. I'm not sure what he's laughing about. I think that'd be the last thing I'd be doing right there against Hunter right now.
Oh, it was the best punch he threw in the whole fight.
Both of you guys are holding, man. Let's go.
Hunter loves to throw that uppercut from the outside.
Well, that's why I say to me, I take a look at a situation. He's fighting a George Foreman who's got good punching power. George would come across with a
Oh, if he did
left.
that against Foreman, it would be lights out for Hunter, no question.
And at 35, I don't think he's going to change a lot of these habits. I see him. Funny, I see the McCall fight as a lot easier fight for him than you do.
Yeah, McCall, I think, is a very aggressive, rough guy who's got a pretty good chin, and I think that would be the tough. Selden or Foreman. I think probably Selden, because Selden, I don't think, has any chin. Foreman certainly has demonstrated if he has anything, in addition to his thudding punch, it's that jaw.
And again, Bounty Hunter, known for his chin, not known for his punching power, but has never been stopped in his career. Will Hinton stopped twice, once by Zelko Marovic, the other time by Larry Donaldson.
Well, the uppercut and the chopping right hand by Hunter. I like to watch Bounty slip those punches and come back. Very crafty fighter.
Larry Donald stopping Hinton back in '93, one of Donald's first pro fights.
You can see Hunter's legs are not what they should be either. Whether it's his knees or his legs, he's frequently off balance.
It's been a very active fight for him, John. He's thrown a lot of punches. He's had a lot of movement. He's taken some shots. I mean, we can't say that Will Hinton has not hit him, because Will Hinton has put a lot of hurt on him as well.
Hey!
Coming near the end of round number 9. It looks like we're going to go into the 10th and final round. We're on Heavyweight Explosion here on the Cedric Kushner Sports Network.
All right, hold it. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would ask any of they'll tell you what sometime in their career they do want to we have with us history got to be smart. But please welcome.
Man, you better cut that rope. You got scissors? I don't have any with me. You got scissors in your pocket? The left right. You guys think you give me the 19 round without hauling? The left right, right?
We're going into the 10th and final round, John. I don't know about your card, but Will Hinton needs a knockout on mine. I've got it 87-82 for Mike the Bounty Hunter.
I got it 88-81, so we're in close agreement there, and I think anyone watching this fight sees who's winning it.
You have 3 minutes in your way? Let's get him. Take care of that first minute, then you go get him.
10th and final round on Heavyweight Explosion. Mike the Bounty Hunter. Will Hinton, that's Hunter in the green shorts. He dropped Hinton in the first round. That was the only knockdown. Hinton in the white with the blue stripes. Hinton looking to improve his record to 14-3-1. But he's way behind on both my card and John Saraceno's unofficially. Mike the Bounty Hunter looking to improve to 25-5-2 and get that heavyweight title try that he's been trying to get to since 1990. He's had wins over Dwight Cowie, Pinklon Thomas, Jimmy Thunder, Tyrell Biggs, Alexander Zolkin, and still no title shot, John. We talked about it earlier. You think he'll get it now?
I'd say the odds are against him, but you never know. Fighters always hold out hope. He's hoping that Cedric Kushner can somehow come to some kind of an agreement down the line here with one of the champions. And now he was using his jab here earlier in the round, Arnie, and was so much more effective. He doubled up on it, and that's what he should have been doing more in the fight, I think. I don't think Hinton would have been able to bum rush him sometimes like he did, and be as effective at times in the fight on the inside. Now Hinton made a classic mistake there, again, walking right towards him without punching.
Hinton trying every trick in the book now. He's throwing shoulders at him.
He really is.
Last round he used his head, almost knocked him out with a shot to the jaw. He's got a point deducted in this fight back in the 6th round for a low blow.
Come on, get him out, man. Let's go. What are you guys doing? Let's go.
I think part of the reason the Bounty Hunter was using his jab a little bit is he's just trying to stay away from him. I don't think he thinks he's going to stop this guy in the 10th round.
Let him out, Mike.
Try to cruise to the win.
Sure. You don't want to make any silly mistakes by throwing a right hand and maybe getting caught with a counter.
Be smart, Bounty.
Yeah, hit with a right hand there, but not enough steam behind Hinton's punches here in the 10th round.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to get hit with that punch back in the 2nd or 3rd from Hinton.
Both these fighters kind of leaning like the Tower of Pisa. You see them at various points just kind of going off on one leg.
Break out, step back.
45 seconds to go in the 10th and final round. There's only been one knockdown back in the 1st round. Hunter dropped Hinton.
I got one thing to say, Arnie. We got the easy job, and they got the hard job.
You got that right. And we've got it scored as well, with Hinton looking like he needs a knockout to win this. It's pretty much all Mike Bounty Hunter.
15 seconds, Bounty. 15 seconds, Bounty. Let's go.
And I think Will Hinton has hit a ceiling on what level of competition in the heavyweight division he can beat. I think he's in with the veteran today. And I think, a draw over Ahmad Abdin, upsetting the career of a John Bray. But when he's been in with the stronger fighters, the Zelko Maravics, the Larry Donalds, he's not going to beat those guys, and I don't think he's going to beat Mike Hunter. He raises his hands. Hunter looking very tired. He had to put out a lot of work for those 10 rounds. Now raises his hand over there.
Gutty performance by Will Hinton. Whatever the outcome, and certainly it's apparent what the outcome will be.
He was down in the end of the 1st round, cleared his head sufficiently enough to come back and ultimately win the 3rd round, at least on my scorecard. He got hurt very badly with that shot to the temple, held on for almost the entire 4th round, came back again unofficially, won the 5th, and from the 6th on, beginning with that low blow, it was downhill. I gave him the 9th round, lost the 10th. I unofficially, John, 97-91. Mike the Bounty Hunter.
I got it 98-90, so let's see how we stack up with the referees.
Okay, Danny Valdivia, he's got our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will read the scorecards. Judge Dave Moretti scored about 97-91. Judge Carol Castellano scored about 96-92. Judge Al Lefkowitz scored about 97-91. All in favor by unanimous decision. The winner, Mike the Bounty Hunter.
There we have it. Pretty much the way we saw it, John. Mike the Bounty Hunter improves to 25-5-2. Remains at 8 knockouts. Will Hinton drops to 13-4-1.